Hey, what is going on, guys? It's your friendly neighborhood Diamond, and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing it again. We are reading another scary story found on the internet, but before we get into that, we have to read out the comment of the day. This one is very spicy, even though it's very basic. I just made it a little spicy with my chef skills, if you know what I'm saying. Dragon Man commented, "Download your videos. You're the best." Now, he says download your videos. I'm assuming he's gonna download my videos, which is genius because you can archive all these videos, so when the apocalypse happens one day and there's no more internet, you can have all my videos downloaded on a hard drive somewhere, safe and ready to watch until you die, or maybe you run out of food until then, or someone shoots you. But hey, this is not what this video is about. I might have to censor that because I will get freaking demonetized. So today we are gonna be reading Sonic.exe episode 81. So this is like the lost episode of Sonic, and you guys know Sonic. Everyone knows Sonic. The latest thing that Sonic did really crazy was like that movie last year. That was I think it was this year actually. Yeah, this year in February. Really crazy movies. The Sonic movie was like very nice and iconic. And here we go. So let's get into it. Everyone, play the intro. The television series Sonic.exe is infamously known for its declining reviews and very well unliked character Chris Thorndike. I myself can't stand him. The show ran from 2003 to 2006. I think it has like about 78 episodes total. However, there do exist two lost episodes of Sonic.exe, episode 79 and 80. But no one has heard of the obscure and infamous episode 81, or as it's otherwise referred to, episode 80, since neither 80 nor 81 were ever released. This episode did get two different dubs, an English one released in the US and a Japanese one with German subtitles for some strange reason. When the episode aired, it was pulled from airing only 5 days after the release, but not through any complaints or anything, because 4Kids had realized the depressing and rather snuff content featured in the episode. The episode's presence and existence are really scarce since it hasn't aired since April 30, 2006. However, I guess a friend of mine used to record each episode of Sonic.exe, including the extremely terrible ones, quote unquote, nearly all of them. But he used to be such a fan of Sonic that he really didn't care. So realizing that my friend had the DVDs, I ended up looking through his disc that he downloaded the episodes on, and then I found it. I found episode 80, or 81 as the previous two weren't really aired. So I made a decision I'm not sure I should have done. Looking at all these different creepypastas, reading them online, I did something that no one ever wishes to do. And that's actually watch the lost episode. But guess what? I did. Because I'm a sick person. Unfortunately, the DVD did not work as it was in ungodly condition and the player did not read the disc. Well, there was an alternative. My friend was able to record the specific episode, as well as all of the first and second seasons on VHS, including this episode, which I'm not sure was from either season. I don't think so, but if it was, it would have been planned to be. I think this episode was from a later season, if there was one. Alright, what about the episode? So I sat down with that particular friend and put the tape in the VCR and watched some Sonic.exe. It began with the traditional Sonic.exe intro, no music edits or anything, unlike the previous counterpart, episode 80, just a gotta go fast intro that played as it should have. The only real difference was the lighting and animation was slightly darkened by about 20% in shade, or gamma, or whatever you call it. So then the episode began. From the info my friend was able to tell me, the episode's title was Infection. It opened up with a silent camera panning over a brightly lit blue hallway that seemed to have some messages written on them. They looked like numbers, displaying dates. One read 6/11/1979. In fact, most of them were on that date. If you look at them with a good memory, this listed the death of John Wayne, and the reason these were written, neither of us can condone. There was also a picture of WWE superstar The Undertaker on one of the walls, which really confused me as nothing in the Sonic universe that wasn't from the Sonic the Hedge Hog series is ever mentioned, as far as I know. So we go into this bedroom, most likely belongs to Sonic. He was sitting on the bed and looking pretty sad. Invisible tears could be seen dripping from his eyes. Tails came on in the room and began talking to Sonic. Tails said, "Sonic!" Sonic sighed. "What is it, Tails?" "There was some mail for you." Sonic's facial expression changed from being sad to angry as he said, "Wait, what? That's mine? Who would mail me? I thought you were the only one who liked me, buddy! That was an obvious break in the character of Sonic. He was never like this. Maybe in a few fanfics, but in the show, he was never that angry. Sonic takes the mail letter that Tails had brought to him. I don't really think it was mail because there was no stamp or envelope. Instead, it was just a wadded up pink piece of paper with a heart sticker on it. It was a love note from most likely the Sonic fangirl Amy Rose. Who else would it be? You know, at this point I wondered what was going to happen since Sonic had broken his character. Sonic reluctantly accepted. "Oh, I guess I was wrong. Maybe Amy likes me as well," he said, then smirked at the camera, smugly. Hang on a second. Was Sonic playing around? I thought he was. But truly, I knew something was coming. So Sonic had told Tails to tell Amy he accepted. When he told him, he sounded like he was gonna burst with rage. When Tails tried turning back, Sonic told him to just do it! But his voice sounded deeper. His blue fur began to get darker. So Tails rushed off to Amy to tell her that Sonic said yes. When he found Amy, as you would expect, she was painfully, annoyingly eager. But some are aware that Amy is not such a fan of Tails. When he tried to tell her, she at first didn't want anything to do with him at all. But when Tails explained, she was pleased. Back in Sonic's room, Sonic's fur was a little darker than the end of his last appearance. He looked in a mirror and there was no reflection. Maybe he was a vampire or something. Amy was walking to Sonic's house, around an alleyway which also had some stuff pinned on it, such as movie posters. One of them read Hellboy 2004, a poster for Spider-Man back in 2004, a poster for All Dogs Go to Heaven 1989, and a poster for Demonic Toys 1992. Vandalism and obviously some possible gang or clan writings, messages, and the word nadas written 16 times. I counted. If you hold the word nadas up to a mirror, it spells another word, the name of the evilest one in existence. There was also Mario game posters. What are Nintendo game posters doing in a Sonic show? I don't know. And supposed game tips for Resident Evil, as well as the original PlayStation 1. Amy got out of the graffiti infested alleyway and got to where Sonic lives. I don't remember an exact location. She went into Sonic's location where it cuts to about 30 seconds of her walking to his room, where more was seen on the wall. Imhotep from The Mummy 1999. Amy went into Sonic's room and found him sitting on the bed like he was in the beginning of the episode. She went to hug him and Sonic accepted as he normally would, but that was only the beginning. Sonic's fur had gotten a little darker than it could have, almost bordering on the black. His pupils were bright blue and his sclera was blood red. He very well had fangs too. Sonic then spoke. "Amy, I don't know any better way to tell you this." Then Amy said, "What? Tell me, my love." "I'm not just Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm a monster." Amy said, "No, you aren't. If you just wait a minute," Sonic replied. He then began to transform. It was like as if he was about to turn into the werehog, but something was stranger. But this one, whoever was in charge, took full advantage of making him into a creature. What made him different from the werehog was that he had Sonic's normal size and he had some dark blue fur dangling off his arms like chains, and that his skin was a little darker, but the way he acted, at first he was kind of remorseful, but now he was completely savage.
"Take a look at me. You still like me, Amy?"
"Yes, Sonic. You haven't changed much. Besides," Amy said as Sonic interrupted with,
"I'm a freaking creep. Look at me. I look like I came from hell."
Sonic said. I didn't know that there were references to a... Never mind. It happened in the last episode, supposedly. Sonic then started crying blood as he said,
"Amy, I want to be with you,"
he said in that same demonic deep voice. The next part made me jump. Amy went to hug Sonic to comfort him, but suddenly he let out the most animalistic roar I've ever heard in my life. He then grabbed Amy and bit her left arm. He said, I screamed the first time I saw this, and I've seen this like 3 times at least. The screen cut to black and began flashing random colors for about 53 seconds. When it returned to the episode, it looked like something had happened to Amy. She had pale skin, her reddish hair had darkened a bit, she had fangs, not to mention the bite mark, which was oozing with blood. There was no explanation required, she was a vampire. So that's what Sonic was supposed to be, a vampire. But most vampires are usually human and have pale skin, not dark blue skin. Tails walked into the room, most likely just returning from home. That's where most of the gruesome things happen. Instead of just biting him and turning him into a vampire, Sonic got into a spinning ball move and hit Tails, ripping him into shreds. Luckily, there was no blood or gore, so I didn't really get sick from it. Wait a second, I've hit Tails a few times like that playing Sonic 2 and nothing happened. Oh well, Sonic.exe kinda sucked anyway. Then we watch a montage of Sonic repeating the same process to some of the others. For example, he killed Cream, Knuckles, Charmy, and thankfully Chris Thorndyke. Amy killed a couple of townspeople by using her fangs, as she does have a lot of haters. One of the townspeople had blonde hair and looked kinda old. He almost looked like Donald Trump, well, before becoming president. He was in movies like Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and Zoolanders. I don't know why they managed to slip disrespect to a future president into an anime that was canceled 10 years before. I don't know how they did that. The other townspeople were equally familiar. There was one that looked like Penelope Pitstop from Wacky Races, as well as another one that looked like Boo from Monsters Inc. As the episode came to a close, Sonic looked like he was ready to eat a woman who looked like Marilyn Monroe, but Shadow the Hedgehog, out of complete random, just showed up and shot down Sonic with a sniper rifle. Shadow had guns back in the day. The woman who looked like Marilyn Monroe sighed with relief and immediately walked away. Amy was furious after Sonic died, attempting to kill Shadow, but eventually, yeah, she died. Because he shot her clean in the head. Not before she bit him though, infecting him as well. Shadow left the corpses alone, but he just looked at Sonic's lifeless body with the sort of, "Ah, yeah!" look. A message then flashed onto the screen in Italian. I have translated it right here. Years of pointless rivalry, and it all came down to this. Any such acts gets one killed, and maybe sent to the underworld, especially when a vampire. Shadow then hisses at the screen, after the message fades away. And the episode ended there, with the normal outro and end credits. The only thing that came after was a Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Tanner the Lion logo. I probably butchered that, but yeah, that lion thingy that, you know. Wait, what? MGN had nothing to do with this. What is that doing at the end? I actually kind of liked the episode. It would have been nice to have a re-airing. I did some research, but I was kind of low on results, but I do know some things. That MGM logo at the end was displayed to hide the existence of the episode's proof belonging to 4Kids, or whoever was responsible for Sonic.exe. I do know MGN had nothing to do with it. Upon research, yes, there are indeed people who know about the episode besides me and my friend. These people are the very few who viewed it during its first airing. I have to make a theory quick. This may have been the possible rough draft for Sonic Unleashed. Could be. I still have that VHS. I'll always have it, and I won't post footage on YouTube or anything to avoid copyright claims. The only way you'll see it is if I get it transferred to digital format and email it to you. The other way is if I know you in person. Well, that's the end of the story.